Hi, this is David Nathan. I'd like to say a few words about the Aretha Franklin box set, Aretha, which I recently had the privilege and honor to co-produce for Rhino Records with Patrick Milligan of Rhino in the US. And it's truly been a labor of love creating this. This is the Aretha box set. And my association with Aretha Franklin goes way back to 1966 when, as a teenage fan, I wrote her a letter, care of her father's church. Of course, back then didn't have any addresses for her, the church, so had to write it to her, care of Reverend C.O. Franklin, New Bethel Baptist Church, Detroit, Michigan, USA, and crossed my fingers that she would receive it. And in fact, I followed up with another letter to her manager, who I didn't know at the time was also her husband, Ted White. And about 3 months later, one Saturday morning, my dad called up the stairs from the fish and chip shop that he managed that we lived above in Kilburn and said, "David, letter from America." So I came racing down, and to my thrill, there was a letter from Aretha saying she didn't know she had any fans in England, and she was really delighted to hear from me. And later that year, I had the opportunity to be the first person in England to ever speak to her. I called to wish her a Merry Christmas in December of 1966 and discovered, of course, in talking to her, that she was about to go and record for Atlantic Records. She had signed to Atlantic, and it was just an amazing conversation. And our history and our association continued over many years. When I started working as a music journalist, one of my first cover stories was for Blues and Soul in London, right here. And that was on the occasion of her second visit. Anyway, so over the many years, we did interviews together, spent some time together. I got to know more about Aretha personally. And I'd say that we towards the end of her life, I'd say we really developed as much of a friendship as it was a professional relationship. And over the course of this time, I was just so devoted and committed to finding out as much as I could about her recordings. And as a part of that, I was hired by Rhino in 2002 when I lived in Los Angeles to go an excavation of the tape vaults and find every box that had Aretha's name on it. And I found some amazing treasures, some of which have ended up on this wonderful box set, including some demos that she did just after she signed to Atlantic and was sent to her producer, Jerry Wexler. A couple of these are on here, My Kind of Town, Detroit Is, and Try a Little Tenderness. And then, of course, as everyone knows, Aretha became enormously successful and developed into an international icon. And this box set actually covers her entire career. It's a first of its kind career-spanning 4 CD box set. Starts with her first recording at a church in Detroit, which is her father's church at the time, 1956, and goes all the way to her memorable throwing off the fur coat moment, the audio of her performance of You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, which she was doing at the Kennedy Center at Kennedy Honors for Carole King, one of the songwriters of that song. And of course, reduced Barack Obama and Michelle Obama and Carole King and others to tears with just this amazing, powerful, soulful rendition of the song. And I'm just very proud of having worked on this project and having known Aretha and just really have this to be a tribute to her legacy. As I said, it covers all periods of her recording career, all the way through her Atlantic hits. We have some demos and some work tapes, some examples of Aretha at work in the studio, rather than just the finished recordings. And we go all the way through to her Arista years with songs like Freeway of Love and, of course, the duet with George Michael, I Knew You Were Waiting for Me. So lots of great music, and I was very thrilled to also contribute one of the primary essays in the booklet. So that's what I want to say, a little bit about this. And I'm just really elated to be able to pay tribute through my work on this project to a woman who is really like the through line of my life, all the way from 1966 until her passing in 2018. So the Aretha box set is out on September 10th in the UK, on the same day as the biopic with Jennifer Hudson, which I can't wait to see. All right, this is David Nathan signing out. The Aretha box set, check it out.